Great evening, everyone. Like I said before, I'm still confused how we have supposed representatives who hate our country, who are in our government, who have known to be committing fraud, who are still in our government, and then we have new people who are running for government, who are running on the same platform of fraud and manipulation. These people who don't love our country and they don't love you. I'm not going to say that they hate you, but I wouldn't say that they love our country and they don't love you. It makes more sense to say that they hate our country and they hate you because they're all globalists. And like I said before, this has turned into a religion. This false history, this Rockefeller indoctrination, the heliocentric sorcery, the globalists, your agenda, and our democracy, what they call democracy, excuse me, our democracy. I sound stupid saying our democracy. There is no democracy in the Constitution and in the Bill of Rights, in the Declaration of Independence. There is no democracy. The word's never written once. You have what they do, they'll confuse you. They'll do it in your face, like they're telling you, oh, there's gonna be a beast there's gonna be a beast system and an antichrist before Jesus comes. No, it's already in your face. There's already a beast system. Since we've gotten off the since we made the Federal Reserve and gone off the gold standard, and since the stock markets didn't mean anything, hopefully they're fixing it. Like I said, hopefully we can get some tangible assets, but it's the whole system, the whole empire. It's fraudulent. It's built off of deception. The people who run governments and are telling us how to run our governments, and when they're really just manipulating it, that's all turned into a religious belief. Like I said, thank God for real representation, real presidents, real leaders who actually care about their countries and are setting the examples. But we need to beware of the people that are trying to infiltrate our government. And the main point that I want to say about this is I don't understand how you can have people who are supposedly representing your government, but they act like fools in front of the president. Like, that's why people don't take us seriously. And I know that people who love our country take it very seriously. So it just shows how corrupt and how much disrespect you get from these people who are supposedly representing you. So take a look at that and pay attention to who's actually trying to help you, because the people who are representing you and are disrespecting you are pretending that they are representing you and they pretend that they respect you, but they're nothing but fraud. And yeah, it's not just one person, it's the whole system. And the main problem is that they're all using all these agencies and organizations in vain. They call themselves the United Nations, but it's a bunch of hypocrisy going on. They call themselves NATO, a bunch of hypocrisy going on. They call themselves world or global or whatever, and it's just hypocrisy going on. A bunch of special interests with their own intentions and their own agendas, hiring lobbyists to blackmail and manipulate our representatives. That's what I'm saying. If our countries had no lobbyism and no special interest groups being able to fund the lobbyists and to manipulate our government, then we could take care of our own countries. And like I said, it's the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, England, Rome, everyone. They've all been doing it. And they're all using it in vain. And now everyone wants to hate everyone and talk about how everything's wrong. I think originally, I'm going to repeat it, I'm sure the Holy Roman Empire, there was a reason it was called the Holy Roman Empire. And then it became the evil Roman Empire, and they lost their ways. But I think something to it, the original builder races and the original creators and designers and architects of that time, I'm sure there was something whole about it and that they knew. I'm not saying what it turned into and some of the crazy mythology that people say and some of their rituals. I'm not saying that's part of the Holy Roman Empire. I'm sure that is when it became astray. Just like everything else, just like United Nations probably was intended to unite the nations. Why would you call it that? Just like Rudolf Diesel's original intention, who invented the diesel engine, was to run on grain alcohol. You know? Just like Henry Ford, his original intentions. Everyone's using the original intentions, the original designs, the original creation in vain. And they're all just like on this world stage telling you, look out for the boogeyman, look out for the beast system, look out for the Antichrist. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be all like everyone has their own opinion about what's gonna happen because they're lying to you in front of your face while they're doing it. That's why I say you should watch the news on mute and turn the captions off and just watch it. And then go listen to what they said about it and be like, wow, that's way different than what I observed. It's the easiest, best way to do it. So I pray for good leadership and integrity in our government, and for our government to stop being used in vain, our courts to stop being used in vain, our banking systems to stop being used in vain. I pray for all these things. Pray for our medical system to stop being used in vain. Please, Lord. You know, that's what we should focus on. Putting the blame. And then here's the last part, where it all ties together. This beast system is definitely organized around what I believe there's certain military bases and certain space programs. I believe that they're covering up human trafficking and human smuggling and human harvesting, because there's lists of adrenochrome production and where it's going on, and it's always on a military base, and all these people who are on the Epstein list. Yes, the Epstein list is relevant, but not to today. It's a list. First of all, the flight log. The Epstein files, there's information in it that can be relevant, but the Epstein flight log hasn't been updated in more than 20 years. So if we're concerned about all those victims and all those tragedies that happened and all those corporations who were involved in it and all the people who are blackmailed behind it, why don't we focus on what's going on today, how we've already started to fix it, be happy that it's not going to continue, and we can focus on these corporations who are actually selling these types of products. Adrenochrome is being sold by CYM Corp. I call the phone number and they never answer the phone. But what's her name? Hillary Notar. I've called it several times. She never answers the phone, and it says that I'm not able to leave a message at this time. You probably have to have like a clearance to be able to leave her a message. I don't know. But it's just funny how everyone's so distracted, and then they use someone else's opinion and their media talking point, to which they now believe is their own opinion, and then they get their emotional response and then give out their own opinion. So it's like, it's basically mimicry. You watch TV, you're taught how to think, how to behave, how to react, what feelings to feel, and then you express your opinion that's already been programmed into you via your mainstream media. So if we could focus on what's relevant, like CYM Corp and all these corporations who are part of this globalist beast agenda and programming our children to believe in all the lies, programming them to forget the real scientific method, programming them to learn false history, all these programs that they've been exposed to, that's the system. If we change who's representing us, who's teaching us, who's funding us, then the system will work. You know what I mean? It's who's got a hold of the system. We have to take a hold of the system and bring it back to its original intentions. That's my whole point. Don't just point everywhere and just to expect your dopamine that you get from seeing it on television, and then you're going to forget about it and nothing really happens. If that's really what you want and you're expecting, then don't hold your breath. So if we can get away from the religion of heliocentric sorcery, the religion of believing in a false history, because it takes your belief to believe in these false histories, and I consider that a religion. It's not a real religion. It's a form of occultish deception, but some people call that a religion. Believing in a false timeline, believing in this beast system, and your Antichrist is the whole beast system, everything that goes against Christ and the way that God would want it to be. Don't expect some boogeyman to show up and all this in order for the world to get better. Like, that right there is a humiliation ritual and complete trauma-based mind control. Waiting for the next trauma. Just wait for this and problem, reaction, solution. No, we know the problem. We need to react with a solution. Not reaction and then come up with fake solutions. People will talk about solutions, but they really just break shit just enough so you keep calling them back. So that way you're comfortable when they tell you, yeah, I fixed it, call me back when you have any more problems. And really they're just setting you up because they know it's going to break eventually and you're going to have to call them back instead of just giving you the solution, fixing it from the root cause. But yeah, I think that's enough. We need to consider how to fix and address the real problem. If we could fix the system and put it back to its original intentions, that would be the best way. You know what I mean? Just honor, truth, integrity, real intention, or real intelligence, humility first, and courage to learn, courage to admit that, hey, I was wrong. Maybe, courage to have some constructive criticism. Be courageous. All right, have a wonderful day.